wave. Say hi. Hi, how you doing? What's the gossip? Let me know. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. How is everyone doing? I'll tell you what the gossip is. I am starting this vlog much later than I normally start them, and the reason for it is I'm kind of obsessed just by chatting to you besties. Like, it's bringing me so much joy at the minute, and vlogging always brings me joy. I love YouTube. I always preached how much I love it over here, but right now I love the community. I love the space that we're all in. I feel like we all look out for one another, and it just feels like a community of care and peace and love, and I am here for it all. So that's why I'm vlogging again, because I could probably afford to have a couple of days off now. I don't want to. I don't want a couple of days off. I want to be here with you. So I'm in the same outfit at the back end of last video, because I finished filming that before, then all afternoon I've edited it. It does take quite a few hours to edit videos. If you've ever done one, you'll know by the time you edit, upload, do your thumbnail, all this sort of stuff, it takes quite a while. So I finished vlogging, I then jumped straight into editing, and then that was what you see me doing at the little intro, and then I've jumped straight back into vlogging again, just because I'm loving keeping busy and I'm loving just being in this space. And it's because of every single one of you that sit and tune in and watch me week in, week out. And even though you probably want to go, Sheldon, shut up. Sheldon, shut up. Stop, please. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot, I know, but I know deep down you love me. You love being here. So in this video, I don't know what that was, but that was, I think, excitement jumping out of my body, like coming to you. So I booked in my doors. My doors are getting done next Friday. That's one huge job ticked off my list. I've been waiting just to get confirmation of a date and stuff, and it was sooner than I thought it was going to be. So that's booked in, and we'll just get that all done. So I'll make sure that everywhere's ready for that. That's something that I am going to be extremely excited about, and I'm probably going to talk about all the time until it's done. And then once it's done, I'm going to dance in front of it with you guys, and we're going to look at the new doors. Look at the new doors. They're so nice. If you've not watched the vlog when they got delivered and seen how excited I got, you need to just see how amazing these doors are, but you'll appreciate them when they get here. So that's a job that's ticked off. But also in this video, I'll be speaking to Mike a couple of times. I don't know when the chandeliers are going up, but hopefully I can get that done soon. And over the next couple of days, we're just going to do homey stuff, update bits in the office, clear out. I need to go down to the basement. Maybe if I went down there with you guys, it probably wouldn't feel, I don't mind being down there, as in the only thing that bothers me is spiders, and I'm not that bothered by them. If I can see them, I'm fine. It's when, you know, you're just like, and because it's a basement, I feel like it's full of the moments, and I don't want to go through that on my own, so maybe I'll have to take you down, and I can put you on a time lapse so that you don't have to see the, I'll feel better about it. And we're all about the emotional support over here. So yeah, this video will just consist of us just having a fab couple of days together. It'll be all home related, and I wanted to just say thank you so much for all the love on my recent videos. I feel like you guys just get me, and I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you taking the time to just sit and spend 30 minutes. And my vlogs have been getting longer as well. Like, I try to keep it around about the 25-minute mark, 25 minutes to 30 minutes. I did a vlog, not my last one, the one before was 50 minutes. 50 minutes. So if you like the longer vlogs, I love that. If you don't, just watch up until when you go, shut up, and you just turn me off. Just go, bye, see ya. Then I'll pop back up the next day like. Right, let's crack on with this vlog. It is so cozy. I have just been chilling, and I am going to start reading my book. But I've not had, for anybody that's followed me for a little while, you know I've not been a TV in the bedroom kind of guy for a while. I've had one in, but I've not watched it. It's been literally switched off. And while I was doing the house reset last week, I put it on. But now I do definitely think it's very much, I feel like it's TV and bed season. You know, like lying all cozy and just being like, it just feels like you just want to stay all nice and warm, and getting in the bed now. The covers are quite cold. Have you put your heating on yet? I really want to know. I am someone who, I am really determined I'm not putting on any of my heating on or lighting a fire until October. I'm like, no, it's autumn now in my head, and it's like that cute time, but it's not like freezing cold. I would say October is the time when I start putting on like the heating a little bit more, and I don't even put it on much then. But bear in mind, I've lived in this house for 2.5 years and I've only completed 2 doors. So a lot of the rooms, obviously some of them I've got the doors on that were here when I moved out, but a lot, like my bedroom isn't had a door on since I've pretty much lived here, which is wild. Obviously I live alone, so it's not like a big deal, but when it gets cold, these are 10-foot ceilings, it gets cold. So to keep it cozy, I need to get the doors done, which they'll be done very soon. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling the sting in the air, the coldness and the coziness. So you'll probably see me here a lot more, watching TV, living my best life. Yes, please forgive how I look. My hair's a state. I've not done nothing. I'm just literally living my best life. And I need a pretty fan. Do you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I've got nicer fans at Styled As. I'm going to go and bring one home and use that, because I use the fan all year round and I won't be using it in Styled As because it's obviously quite cold now, but I use it to sleep. I like the noise of a fan. Does anybody else like that? That white noise feeling of it, just the vibes. But yeah, and the one in Styled As is like this colour of this panelling, so it'll probably sit a bit nicer in here than this bright white one. This was from Screwfix though, and I've got to give it its due. I think it was about £20 and it's been fabulous. Absolute fabulous. Tomorrow I'm getting up, I've still not put the books in my office, you know, the ones, if you watch my last vlog, like my antique books, I bought 20 new books and I've not put them into my bookshelves, and I need to start taking some stuff out of those bookshelves and maybe starting to store it away. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Then I'm at Styled As for a bit, and then I've got some guy coming out to measure my patio doors, the bay window doors that are going to be in what will be the kitchen, to put shutters in there, because I'm still toying. I think shutters are probably going to be the best option, but I'm still toying between that and Roman blinds, so not too sure. You'll have to just bear with the head. The design head does this sometimes and it goes a little bit like, what is the right thing to do? So I'm going to see. I have no idea how much shutters would be for that, so I'll just see what he quotes me tomorrow, whether I'll get the quote tomorrow or a couple of days after or whatever, but we'll see. But yes, tomorrow we will be doing some bits to the house. But anyway, I'll pick the camera up in the morning. I'll see you then. Good morning. How is everyone doing? I'm going to go into what will be the kitchen. I need to start cleaning some of that, and I don't feel like that's going to be very visually appealing to you. You're not really going to see much, so I just want to move all the tools. Now I was going to put them in the basement, but you know, I've got this war that goes on in my head around putting things in the basement because I just don't want anything to get ruined, and I genuinely feel like if I put stuff down there it's going to get ruined, because basements get damp. I don't know about it like anywhere else. Mine does anyway, and while I could put them on shelves and stuff, I feel like it's in the air, and I just don't want my tools and things that I've collected to get ruined. I have got my Christmas tree down there in a Christmas tree bag, so I'll see how that is when I get it out this year, but I've got nothing else other than firewood that I've been putting. I put some down there. But anyway, what I'm thinking about doing is over the next day or two, I need to finish off this space. So if you'll notice here, I don't have any paneling up here, I don't have anything here, and that's because when I did the house, this was the original architrave, but it was in the living room, and this door was much shorter. I don't know why. What I done is I didn't put any paneling on. I got this doorway made higher, and then I got the original architrave because I boarded up the door in the living room, and then I put that on here. By that point that had happened, I had already painted all the room and stuff, and I just thought I'll get to it at some point. But because I'm going to be doing the chandelier in here, this whole room's going to need to be painted again at some point in the next month or two, depending on when that chandelier goes up. So I thought I can get ahead of myself and do that paneling. So I'm going to pop a square here. I'm going to have one right above this door. I'm then going to have the dado rail, same as this one here, running across here. And then I'm going to have a rectangle here and a rectangle here. And then once that's all colour drenched, it'll all look fabulous. And then I think I'm going to change this radiator out. Now I may do that. I'm going to have a little look this evening actually, because if I do that now, it means I can put this square here and square there, and I'm just going to butt it in behind where the radiator, because I feel like it looks a bit odd. And again, when I did this paneling, there was no radiator yet, but I knew I was putting one here, so I thought I'll get to it after I put the radiator on. And because again, the same as the other bit, the room was painted, I just didn't know what to do and decided not to. I've just not got round to it because if you've known my house, I've got a lot of stuff to do. So I'm thinking of just getting those on. That'll help because I've got wood in this room. I've already got a lot of this paneling that I had bought ages ago. So I can start making my way through that wood, and then I'm just going to buy to the exact, because what I tend to do when I measure for my paneling, I'll go, right, I'll get this, and then I need some for wastage, and then I probably add some more on. And the problem with that is I then have to store it. Now that's not been a problem at the minute because I've been renovating my whole house. So my office was a bit of a storage room, my guest room was a bit of a storage room, this back room's been a bit of a storage room, but a lot of those rooms have been done now, therefore they're not storage rooms anymore. So what I'm going to do is use the wood that I need. I need to also do some at the top of the stairs, and then I'm going to store it up the loft because I know the loft is dry at least. And then if I ever need to replace a piece of the wood, I've got some, because they may discontinue it and I don't want to change a whole room based on the fact that I've not got a little bit of wood or whatever. So I like to have a little bit just to spare. Type A, I know, I get it. I need to maybe just like let it go and be done with it, but we're here and we're living with it. So yes, that's the plan. That side's fine. This side, the paneling's perfection. Just this little bit here. So I'm going to do that over the next day or two, and then let me take you into the back room. I'll show you the chaos of it. We don't judge. We know this already. I don't even have to tell you, but we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. So this room probably looks worse than it actually is. So this has got all my berries in that I bought recently. So they get to just go in one of these because I've got lots of decorations in one of them. So that'll be easy enough to do, just because I want to slowly, this room's not getting done anytime soon, but I just want to slowly start to get it sorted. Like I've got recycling and stuff, but because this is going to be the kitchen and I want to slowly start getting it done, I want to remove like these doors and stuff and this door, because this will be getting taken off in the next day or two. I'm going to be getting a tip, so they'll all be going in that anyway. And the good thing is about when I get the tip, I'm going to have a section that I'll probably just put to the side that will just be for the tip. So when that comes, this is the basement down here. This will have a door on it. And then here's all the shelving that I've got. So that needs to go down to the basement. So while it looks mad, because it is, all these tools and stuff I'm going to take upstairs. I'm going to try and find a space in my wardrobes in my bedroom, because I've got a whole section of that I don't really use. It's almost just got some bits and bobs in that don't need to be there. So if I could make use of that just as a tool cupboard, I can get most of it in there. Like this is my friend's steamer, so I'm going to clean that up. She can get that soon. So yeah, I'm just going to sort all this. I don't know why I'm showing this on the internet, because it is rather disgusting. I'm really exposing myself here. I'm sure we've all got a Monica cupboard somewhere in our house that is just full of the chaos. But anyway, I don't pretend that my house is always perfect. I'm living in a renovation. It is constant. Oh, I just seen that in the background. So do you remember I said I'm going to see my friend on Sunday? So I've not seen her for well, I've seen her, and I mentioned I've not seen her little girls for a while. They're into these Squishmallow things, so I managed to find two, and one of them was like, I want this one. It says happy birthday. It's not a birthday, but she's like, I want that one. So I got her them two. Well, I've got one each, and I'll wrap them up, and then we're going to do like a little treasure hunt on Sunday when I go through for them to find them, which will be cute. But yeah, I think I'm procrastinating because you know when you just don't know where to start. But I think I'm going to start by just bringing all the tools in here, and then that's a space. I probably won't film a lot at the minute because I just need to get cracked on with it. And then once I've got the tools gone, I think it will look so much better. And then I can go up to my bedroom and organise that cupboard as my tool cupboard. And then everything else, we'll just start finding spaces. And once I get rid of that, it's going to feel so much better. I really want a productive day. I've got a guy coming out to look at measuring up the bay. So this I'm going to see what it would be like for shutters. So I don't know how much that's going to cost. I don't know anything, but for me, I think it may be worth it. I'm going to be putting spotlights in the ceiling. This will all be boarded out and then plasterboarded, and then all around here. This was all taken off when I got all these installed. So, and then all this will be fixed. I need to run a pipe down there, so that's why that's not got any board on, because I'm going to have a radiator on this wall, and I'm going to have paneling, and it's going to be gorgeous. And then my lights outside they're all fitted now, which is amazing, especially for this time of year, because when I'm in the kitchen, I can have the ambience of the lights outside and it just feels nice and cute. But I do need to keep working on my Boston Ivy because I feel like I've gave her a terrible time and I'm trying so hard, but we'll win. We'll do it. But anyway, on to this chaos.
And this. Now, you can see the one we tend to use most of because it has this little, see, that's that, you know, wherever it's needed into the sill. That one, yeah. If you were doing it inside a normal
window. Yeah.
Well,
so I've just had the guy come out to do the measuring for the shutters and all that good stuff, and they genuinely look so good, like so good. He went through everything, gave me all the details. I had inserted a little bit of a clip because I wanted to film some of it for you, just if you're ever thinking about doing it yourself. Not an ad, paying for everything myself if I decide to go for them. But he went through absolutely everything. He gave me a quote. It is a pretty penny, which I thought it would be because it's a large area to cover with the shutters, and we come up with a couple of different designs. So now I just need to make a decision on, is it right for me to go ahead and invest that amount of money into that, or do I go down the route of doing like Roman blinds or something else which I could probably get at a quarter of the price, maybe even less. That's just what I'm toying with. So I love them, I really, really do, and I think they would look incredible, but I just don't know if I love them that much more than Roman blinds to warrant that cost, if that makes sense. So you'll have to let me know. So yeah, I'm just going to sit and make a decision. I'm not going to make anything quick because obviously I don't need to do it straight away anyway, but I've got some fabrics that I love the Roman blinds for, so I don't know. I love the idea more of the, no, I don't. I love both the same. I like the shutters probably because it's going to give me more privacy. Obviously the Roman blinds will when I put them down, but when they're up in the day, obviously it's out, whereas shutters you can just sort of, as blinds and anything, you can sort of just tilt them the way that you want, when you want. You can get the gorgeous light coming in when I'm filming and stuff, and also I can have the privacy if I just need to close them. Whereas Roman, while they look gorgeous, you don't get as much flexibility in that space, so I don't know what to do. But first world problems, I get it. I absolutely get it. And I've been cleaning that room. I've done loads today. The man come a little bit early. He's a little local business and I love that. I genuinely do. So I just need to make a little decision. So if I wasn't renovating so much and I didn't have a whole kitchen to do and I didn't have my utility room to do, my downstairs toilet, my bathroom upstairs, if I didn't have all that to do, I think it would be a no-brainer for me. The bit that I need to consider now is, do I invest that amount of money into that, which will delay other parts potentially a little bit. So that's the bit that I need to decide, but it's not, I don't need to decide straight away. I'm going to ponder on it over the next couple of days and I'll keep you posted on that anyway. But yeah, that room's all sorted. I found a little, I think they're classed as milking stools. I've got two. When I lived in Manchester and I was limited for space in my bedroom, bought the milking stools for bedside table and I've just never used them again, and they were in that back room. But I think I'm going to put one in front of the bath. I think that would be cute. I still need to find a little rug for in there, but I'll go upstairs and we can style that and stuff. I just need to give it a good wash down before I put any towels or anything on it. But yeah, I'll take you into that room in a little sec and show you. But I've cleared loads. I've cleared so much. And something else that I'm thinking about doing, and you can let me know your thoughts on this. So Styled As, anybody that shops with us or knows about us, we're an interior brand and we're going to start creating bundles and all that sort of stuff. So we sell like florals, throws, cushions, tablescape settings and all that good stuff. Everything that I love. Cushions. And I was thinking about having a pre-love section on the website because I have so many things that I don't need. So like my library wall, so the wall that I'm going to be taking everything out of. So I've got vases, I've got florals, I've got trinkets, I've got candles, I've got loads of stuff, and I mean candles that I've not even used, cushions, throws, all that sort of stuff that I could put on Styled As website at a heavily discounted rate, but obviously it's technically classed as used. So I don't know what you would think of that. Let me know if you think it's something that you maybe would be interested in, because like I say, I could just ship it out as part of Styled As, and like I say, I would do it all at really cheap. It would just be good for people to be able to buy things at a discounted rate that you may see in my house that you may not be able to get hold of anymore. So that's something else that's going through my brain, but I'm thinking that that's a possibility that I would do that. And the only reason I'm saying that is because there's things that I've just seen in there. So I've got a milking still. Don't know whether I would be able to ship that. I would have to check the box sizes and stuff, but like I bought that from an antique market and spent quite a lot of money on it. And then I've got like vases and bowls and throws and all that good stuff. So let me know your thoughts. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. Let's go and I'll show you what's been going on. So I've cleared loads. You've seen the chaos before. These, I think I'm going to need to get into the basement. So I'll sort that out. But like, it's stuff like this that I was thinking I need to get rid of, but I could put it in the pre-love section. So just stuff like that. But yeah, I've cleared as much as I can. And now it's just a case of, this is all wood. So when I do my paneling, I tend to keep this wood because it's good like kindling for when I'm starting my fires. The only problem is it ends up everywhere. So I probably need to find a better solution to store that. And then this stuff out here, this is just, I've got nothing in that. So I maybe either need to get rid of that or put it down in the basement. And then the shelving needs to go down there. So I'll probably do that in the next couple of days. And then I've got my chandeliers out there, and then that'll all be clear. And then it's just a case of the doors and all that sort of stuff. So this is one of the little milking stools that I was talking about. I've got another one, PS forgive the stuff on top. That's like from my log burner and stuff. But yeah, so I feel like I'm getting somewhere, which feels good. I just need to clear all this and start thinking about solutions. Let me take you upstairs. Yeah, so I feel like I'm getting somewhere with that, but let me take you upstairs. I can show you what I'm thinking with the little milking stool. So this is one of them. I'm just going to put one up here, but look at all the batteredness. It's all antique and old. But I was just thinking for like, you know, just to like, I don't know where to put it exactly, but I'm thinking somewhere with maybe just a little towel, maybe a little candle, just as a little bit of decor, because there's a lot of space in here. Let me take you off. Just something like that. I need to give it all a scrub under there, but yeah, I think maybe just a little rolled up towel. Maybe push it round that way when I'm not using the shower, but obviously I've got my mat there, but I want like a nicer rug. And I've got this floral display here. I know this is very spring, but I was thinking just maybe have it for up here, because this is white and that doesn't go anywhere in the house, and while this is all white, then it'll probably look okay here. But maybe stuff like this that I could sell in the pre-loved, and maybe some of these florals that I don't use so much. But yeah, I just popped that up there at the minute. I still need to get round to painting this, so I'm going to do that. Now I know it feels quite chaotic looking at this, but that's why I'm doing the books. So again, a lot of this stuff I could do as part of the pre-love section if I was getting rid of it. So I'm going to pop some of these books up here and start getting rid of some of this. I just think it feels too cluttered, and I want it to feel a little bit cleaner. So I think by me just adding antique books and having it quite uniform, that will then take away from the look of the clutter. And once it's going to take me a long time to fill it, but I think once I do, it will be worth it then, because then all of these will, oh, I need to put these volumes in the right space actually, because I've just realised the numbers. So, right, so I've got number 1. A lot of the shelves are going to look like this, so quite uniform, and then obviously I may put some more here that will go that way, and then all this like clutter, I mean it's gorgeous stuff, but I think it just looks too much in this amount of shelving. It all needs to be very, I don't know, library-esque. And even these, I'll probably put these somewhere else at some point, but I don't want to empty them off now because I've got nowhere to put it all. But I thought like having it full of stuff would feel amazing, but it just doesn't. It's just too much. Maybe if I start taking a couple of bits away, it'll feel better and empty some areas out. But again, I bought a lot of stuff for these shelves because I thought that was the look that I was going for, but I've changed my mind and it's definitely not. So, I've been doing loads of clearing. I've actually managed to clear out all the tools that weren't in those plastic tubs. And I've managed to put them all in. PS, this isn't going to look aesthetically pleasing, but I've managed to get, this is a steamer. I've got my tools here, all my paints, tools in here, screws and stuff in here, and then I need to fill this. And I didn't use this anyway, this was just full of rubbish this side. The only thing I use sometimes is the mirror, but that's amazing. I've actually got to, I'm going to take my friend, I've got her steamer as well, because when I was doing the office, it was so much steaming that she come and helped me and brought hers, and I've not took it back yet, or she's not needed it, and it was just stored in the back room. So I've got that to take back, and I've got a suitcase that I just asked her if she wanted. So I'm going to take that to her. I brought all the stuff downstairs for the paneling. I'm so sorry I'm going in and out of the room so quick. The lighting's horrendous. I've got all the stuff out to do the paneling downstairs over the next couple of days. So I'll film that. I'm going to take that to her. Also, Andrea she's flying back in tonight, so I said I would go and pick her up. She's like, no, it's not until like 11 o'clock or whatever. But I just don't like the idea of them having to get, any of my friends having to get taxis when I'm not doing nothing. So I'll go and grab her in a bit. So I'm going to go and fill my car up now so that I've got enough diesel, and then I'll take this round to my friend, and then I'll be back. But I've been so productive today. I'm a man on a mission. I love it. Andrea is home safe from our travels, and it's like 1 a.m, which is very late for me. So I'm going to get myself some water and go to bed. But guys, we're going to Home Sense tomorrow. I'm so excited. So strap in, because we're going to see what goodies they've got. I will see you in the morning. Good morning, my little McMuffins. How are we all? We're getting ready to head out. Tasha's just pulled up. I've got her some water, and I don't know if the plan's changing. We may be going Christmas shopping, but we're going shopping, and it'll involve homeware one way or another. Let's see where we end up. So we've just been in Inspirations looking at all the Christmas stuff. I've been getting some ideas for the office, and to say I'm excited is an understatement. We've just been going through all of it, and oh, it's 11:11. Make a wish. And yes, I'll talk to you when I get home, because I want to show you what I mean, because I think you'll get that a little bit better. We're going to head now. So it's my friend's birthday, and she wants, you know, one of them permanent bracelets you get on. So I said I would get her one, and I think I'll put one on myself. And so we're going to head to Liverpool now to see that. I've never done that before, so I'll go and have a look at what they look like, and then maybe pick one if there's a nice one that I want, which will complement this. But the only thing I'm concerned about is going through the airport, because you can't take it off, obviously. I'm sure that it's fine, because I'm guessing people get it and go through the airport, but I'm going to my dad's soon, so I was like, I can't take this off. So yeah, we're going to go and do that, and then I'll head home and I'll talk to you about the theme and the vibes that I'm going for in the office for Christmas this year, because something just struck me, and even Tash is like, that's going to be incredible, and I think you are going to love it. So let me close this. I think you'll love it because it will look so good. I'm really excited for it. Anyway, right, going to head to Liverpool. I'll show you what we get, and then, yeah, we'll take it from there. But I will speak to you as soon as I get there. Say hello.
Hi. I don't want to be in it, though.
What?
I don't know. Camera shy.
Behave. Just saying we're going to get the bracelets. Have you found a place to go to? Have you got somewhere? Awesome. Right, I'll pick up when we get there and I'll show you them. Yay! So I'm back home now, and I've had an amazing little day, to be fair. We went to Inspirations, which was all the Christmas stuff. We then went to Liverpool to have a little look at the permanent bracelet, and we went to one place. We couldn't then find it. It was like it just didn't exist anymore, and I don't know if it was like a pop-up shop. So we then went back to Liverpool 1, because that was just a little bit outside. We went to H.M. Samuel's to have a little look in there at them, but they only had 4 that were an option, and they were all probably not my style that I would want to put on. So we then walked up to one that was like a 20-minute walk, but because we were in the city centre, it'd been a bit of a pain to get the car and walk up. So anyway, we did the 20-minute walk, got there, and she wasn't in. So we booked in with her, and then we nipped to like TK Maxx and stuff on the way back home. Out of the whole day, I got nothing. I got a bit of toast and a latte from the cafe in Inspiration. And I was literally out from 9 AM till like 4, around about that time, whenever it was. But yeah, hey ho. Do you know what? I've had a great day, and I got the inspiration for my office. So I am going to put a massive wreath over the front of my bookcase. So the bookcase that I've done, the green one, I'm going to put a massive wreath over that. So like to sort of dominate it all, and then have all covered in berries and maybe a couple of tartan bows, because the theme that I'm going for in there is for Christmas is very gentleman's club, like, you know, some stags and robins and deep colours. So here is a picture of the wreath that I'm thinking about recreating in my own way. So we were just by not this area here where I'm talking about, we were just by where you can buy wreaths. And as I was just staring at it, I just said to my friend, I was like, I'm going to do a big wreath over the front front of my bookcase. And then when we were like, and then we walked over and we had a look at that one, I was like, that's how we need to do it. Similar, but in my own way. So that's happening and there's no stopping me. I feel like that's going to give the office a bit of a wow factor for the festive period, because I'm going to have a tree up in there, then that. And I was talking today about my content that you can expect to see over the Christmas period. I am going to film me putting everything together and everything up. So in my vlogs, I'm going to film me putting my garland up, and I'll do it as part of the vlog. And then at the end of it also, obviously I'll show you it as I'm doing it, but then I'm also going to do a whole house tour, or like a Christmas house tour of all the areas that I've designed and decorated for Christmas. So I hope you're looking forward to that. So if you're not already subscribed, you need to subscribe so you don't miss that, because I'm telling you, that is going to be out of this world, and I'm so excited for you to see. I am putting 110% energy and effort into this. And I'm going to see my dad. I know I've mentioned a few times. I think I'll be going out to see him in the next 2-3 weeks, and when I'm out there, I'm hoping and praying that they've started bringing out the Christmas stuff, because I need to start stocking up, because I've got a whole tree to decorate, and that's going to take some time, some energy, some effort. And if I'm honest, the design that I've got in my head of what I want to create in there, I couldn't even find it in inspirations today. I can find like certain baubles that I think, well, they would be okay and that would be okay on it, but I've not found, like that's the thing. So I've got a lot of work to be doing, if I'm honest. So we're going to be getting started. We're going to be getting started. So as soon as I then get back from my dad, you probably will quite quickly after that start to see Christmas content. And I know to some that's going to be soon, but just to give you a little bit of context, I'm putting a massive tree up in my bay, my garland that goes right round the whole fireplace. I'm then going to do the dining room. I'm then going to do the stairs, which is literally going to have a garland from top to bottom across all of the hallway upstairs. I'm then going to have my office, which is going to have the big massive wreath, and then a massive a 10-foot Christmas tree in there as well. So to do all of that, I'm not going to be doing it all in one day. Me and my friend, the one who does the one in here, we've got like content planned for that. We're going to sit and have like hot chocolate and stuff with you, and we'll put that tree up. We'll watch Christmas movies together. Everything is going to be documented. I'm just going to be taking myself, and I'm not wishing the year away, by the way. This isn't what this is, so I'm so sorry if it's coming across like that. It's not. It's just that I really need to time it so that I can get the because if I start putting Christmas tree content out middle of December, no one, rightly so, is going to really be that interested, because everyone's going to have their trees up and everybody's going to be in the flow of buying all their stuff, like presents and getting ready for the big day. As opposed to if I start putting out the content mid-November, for example, people are then getting excited to put their own up and maybe want a little bit of inspiration and like to see the ideas and all that sort of stuff. So when you're doing content like that, you almost have to get it prepared and get it out early. So if I get back from my dad's mid-October, I'm going to be starting quite quickly after that. So by Boxing Day, it'll all be coming down. But it is simply because I want to show you the content, and there's a lot of work goes into it. So for me to create that, I just need to do that. And then I was actually thinking, depending on if I could find a tree for it that's thin enough that, not this year, but for next year, the bay doors in my kitchen, I wouldn't mind putting a tree in there as well. And I know I'm upset, but I live for the festive period. I live for every season. You know I'm a season lover. I love it all. That's why I know that sometimes this might come across like I'm wishing the year away. It's not. It's more me speaking about what's in my head just to plan for my content. So prepare for lots of fun, lots of cozy home energy vibes. And thank you so much, because a lot of you had said it's been really nice to see my friends on the channel, because normally I vlog alone, because 9 times out of 10 I do it at home. But I am starting to introduce them and do it out more, because I think sometimes you just want to see a little bit of that. So I appreciate that, and I'll continue to do that if you're loving seeing them, because I have amazing, amazing friends. They are my family. They're incredible. But anyway, I am going to finish this video here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for being a bestie, and I will catch you in my next video.